Hello friends, how are you doing today? I'm really good. I've decided to do a pick a card reading today for the week ahead. So we're going to look at what the universe wants us to know for this week ahead. And as usual, I'm going to shuffle and fast forward maybe a little bit through the shuffling, and then I will put the timestamps in for you to see and choose which option you will have. 3 options. Choose one of them. But first we're going to do cleansing of the cards, of our space, and of you and of me. So let's begin that first. I wish for you much joy this week and peacefulness and strength and courage. Little bit for me too. There we go. Okay, let's take that out of the way, and let's begin with the shuffling, shall we? I really love this deck. Oops. It is definitely one of my favorites. Oops, what does the universe want us to know this week? I'm going to keep this one out. What should we be aware of for this week for option 1? Option 2 and option 3. Let's see. Oh, I love all my decks so much. I can never, it's so hard to choose. Okay, let's get this one. The Witch's Tarot. I love this tarot. But then again, you know, I love all of them. I can't choose one. So funny. Okay, let's see. What does the universe want us to know this week? A little bit of a dry throat there. Option 1, option 2. Option 3. And shall we go with this one? It's the Witch's Oracle. Any special messages for us this week? Option 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Do you have any plans for this week? Me, I'm just going to keep going with what I'm doing. I just launched a course on Udemy, so I'm super excited about that. I will link it at the bottom. It's all about how we can live our lives in a way that with some very simple principles, and how we can make our lives really beautiful and help us to deal with anger, deal with worry, and be more grateful and more at peace with our lives. Just live our lives like beautiful human beings that we are. And this course is all about helping you to begin to do that and step on that journey through practicing some very basic principles that came from Japan. So if you are interested, anybody can take the course. I will link it below in the channel. Okay, let's see. I think, shall we do one more? Yeah, why not? Why not? I love this deck. It's my happy deck. I always add at least one card from this deck in all my readings, because just in case there's a little bit of heaviness coming, this deck always tells us that heaviness doesn't last, troubles don't last. There's always something joyous and happy that can happen in our lives, even though there's some pain. Okay, so let's have a look here. I think we can take this and this, and I have a car down below that's making a lot of noise, so I'm sorry for that. Our building has parking in front of it, and there's no parking really here in this town where I live. So the parking it's private parking, but it's easy to turn your car, and then the roads are narrow because it's an old Viking village, right? So where everybody comes and turns here in front of our building, because it's possible to do if you want to make a U-turn. Okay, so let's have the 3 options for you today. So option number 1, this beautiful stone, angel stone. I think it's called angel light. Option number 2 is the black seashell. And option number 3 is a guitar pick. So choose your option and we can begin. But before we do that, this card fell out right in the beginning before we started. So I just want to make a, yes, wow, beautiful. This is for everybody. This card tells us that we should remember to connect with other people. And it's not just about us. It's not just about me, 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 me. We should connect with others in a very in a way that's giving and not just receiving. Does that make sense? In a way where we can say that I have something in my throat. In a way that we can say that I connect with you because I see the beauty inside of you. I see how amazingly special you are. And I want to connect with you because I want to give you love and compassion. Do you know what I mean with that? So this is a beautiful message for us all. Conscious connections. It is really, really beautiful. So yeah, what a good way to start this reading. Okay, so let's go for option number 1 first, shall we? Option 1. Let's see if we can zoom in a bit. Yeah, that's maybe better. Yeah. Okay. So if you chose this, what does the universe want you to know this week? I think it's asking you to, it feels like you have maybe some sort of choice or decision that you need to make, and what the universe or source is telling you is, if you're struggling with making a decision or a choice, go with what you feel, go with what's inside of you. Yeah. Sometimes things don't look very clear. It's like, should I do this? Should I do that? should I stay? Should I go? What should I do? Should I do this project or that project? And it feels like you might be confused about something, but it feels like you should just go with what you feel. Yeah, go with what you feel is right for you. You already know the answer. Just go with that. And it feels like, again, it comes back to this card that we drew originally, or that just fell out, and it's all about it's about emotions, it's about giving, contributing, it's about love. And remember, it's to give love, but it's also to receive it. It's about joy. It feels to me like there is really something happening this week for you that is all about emotions. It's all about feelings. And maybe you are a person that either you use your head more, yeah, so you're more into your head. And what this is saying to you is go into your heart center. Go with your feelings, yeah, go with, use your heart, use your feelings, use your emotions, and go with that. That if you use that, if you use your heart, your true heart, then whatever decisions you have, whatever things that come across your path is going to turn out beautiful for you, because it says here to you, soaring into joy, childlike wonder. Use those things. Again, parenting and children, it is all about using your heart, finding the happy things in your life, and focus on that. And if you want to have any choices and decisions that you need to make this week, use your heart, use your emotions, use your, what does that say to you? What does your heart say to you? Think of children, like innocent children. Can use that phrase. They just know what they want, right? Children just know before they learn to have their minds kick in. They just know. I like this. I don't like that. I don't like apples, but I like oranges. They just know it. Yeah. This childlike thing that they have inside of them. They're almost like an innocence, a certainty. Try and use that for your decisions that you need to make this week, okay? And know that it will all turn out right in the end for you. So this is what I have for option number 1. I hope you have a beautiful week this week. Okay, so this is option number 2. If you chose the seashell, what does the universe want you to be aware of this week? There is something that you might be hesitant about, something that you want to do, but you're not sure maybe if that's what if you should or shouldn't. And the universe is telling you you should. Whatever the thing is that you're thinking of doing or maybe have uncertainty about, you should do. You should do it. It's the right way to go. You should do it. Yes, it's like you're feeling maybe that he's throwing a coin up. You see, it's like you have some sort of choice, decision, but the map is there. The map is there. The road is there. But you're still uncertain. You're throwing that coin. You flick the coin, head or tails, or what is it? How does it go? And this is saying, do it. Do it. It's there. It's already there. There also feels a certain kind of playfulness happening here. So I don't know what this decision is that you need to make, or this choice, but it feels like maybe you are a little bit, you're taking it a bit, it's a bit serious. It might be a little bit heavy, right? But you need to bring in some joy into it. Maybe it is that you are struggling with what it is that you need to get to. You are maybe going through some sort of change, something that you want to do, but you're not sure if you should or shouldn't. And this flicking of the coin, it's like maybe you need that fun part, maybe it is a head or tail situation, right? One way or the other way, and you need to maybe bring in a little bit of fun in order to make that choice, make that decision, and not maybe take it so seriously. And I don't mean this in a way that whatever the decisions are that you make is not serious, but remember to look at things in life when they happen, that try and bring your heart into it. Try and bring your joy into it a little bit. Think of or feel things more rather than maybe overthinking it too much. And remember that if you are in some struggles, things always work out for you. You might have pain right now, but that sometimes we need to have that painful parts of us to work through to get to the joyful part. It's like, I have said this before, I think, when you see these flowers growing in this murky kind of water, there's this beautiful flower coming out. So whatever struggle you have at this moment, know that sometimes you have to go through the struggle to get to the joy. Yes, sometimes you have to have the tears in order to have the fun when you flick the coin and let's see what happens. Because this feels to me like there's definitely joy coming, and there's some sort of a peacefulness coming as well for you. So whatever the struggle is, look, the light, the butterflies, the change, there's a transformation happening. There's definitely some sort of choice going on for you. But just remember that all choices have, I don't think that you can make wrong choices. You can make choices that affect your life in certain ways, and the path changes in this way or that way. But you learn from all the choices that turn out wonderfully happy, and the choices that give you pain. We learn from all those choices. It's all part of our life's journey. But know that whatever choices you have made in the past, trust yourself that you can make a choice now that's going to bring you grace, that's going to bring you joy. So maybe sit down and think. Maybe just, if it's something that you need to decide now, maybe you should just do a heads and tails and see the answer. And if the answer comes out, say the answer, it's a yes or no, and you do the coin. Heads is yes, tails is no, and it ends on a no, and you see that no and you feel, no, this isn't right for me, then go with that feeling. Because sometimes when you get an answer, you can disagree with that answer and do the thing that's opposing the answer. You don't always need to go with the if it says A, you don't have to do the A. You have a choice to do A or B. Okay, so what this this reading, this is what I have for you today, and what it is saying to you is, if you have a choice, trust your gut and know that you're going to have there will be joy coming out of it. Just keep having the faith. Okay, now we have option number 3. If you chose the, can you see that guitar pick, playing some guitar? So let's see what this week has in store for you. Manifestations. Oh, look at that beautiful golden star right in the middle of this. Isn't it amazing? All things begin with a little spark. Anything that you do, any dream that you have, any plan that you have, anything that you want, all things start with that. The universe was started by a little spark, right? So life starts with a little spark. So remember that it's any little idea that you have that you feel is maybe too small. It never is too small. You know, everything starts with a little spark. For me, it feels like the people that chose this guitar pick has got a good week ahead of them. It feels like there's going to be some sort of celebration or a reward, or for something that happened. Maybe it's to do with something that little spark, that idea that you had that's coming to life now. Yeah. Relaxation. She's having this beautiful, wonderful bubble bath and just enjoying it. Look at all those little bubbles around her. She is having the time of her life in there. Love's coming in. You know, your heart is opening up from that little spark that starts opening up your heart. You have this nature, this magic, another bubble, more bubbles. Yeah, it's all about, it feels it's all about the, what is the word I'm looking for? It's like gentleness, but delicate. It's all about it being delicate. Air bubbles, you know, or water bubbles, whatever these things are, they are very delicate things, right? So, and something that's a spark that begins when something starts, it's all very delicate things. It's all new things. So be happy. This is going to be celebration, new things, but also opening up, right? But also remember to keep things safe, protect, not in a protection, okay, don't touch this, you know, it's just, but just in a very gentle, loving, like when you hold a tiny little kitten or a butterfly lands on your hand, you know, beautiful butterfly lands on your hand. You're going to be so careful watching that little butterfly on your hand. You're not going to hold it. You'll crush it, right? So remember to be delicate with any new ideas that you have, any new things that come into your life, plans that you have. Open your heart to the plans. Yeah, celebrate with other people, but remember to keep them very close and just be gentle with it. Like this mama cat cleaning the baby. Yeah, keep that gentleness alive in your life and keep it light and joyful, and go outside. Maybe in the water, maybe in a park or a forest, or go outside and enjoy the nature, because you will see from being outside in nature how new plans can begin. You will see how for some people In the southern hemisphere, it's spring, so you can see how growth starts and birth. But if you're in the northern hemisphere and it's autumn and fall, you see how things end as well. But the ending means that there's new beginnings. So remember that for any new thing that you have, but it feels for me overall that you're going to have a beautiful, celebratory, happy, joyful week ahead of you in some way. It might be just something small, but it might also be something big. But know that, remember to be delicate with yourself and with all your ideas and all your plans, and be kind and gentle with it. So this is what I have for you if you chose option number 3. And I wish a wonderful week for you. Thank you.